Hello, beautiful blissers, and welcome to Blisserview number 1, our first interview in this group. And today I have with me wonderful Debora Luzi, our special guest from the UK.
Hello.
And I'd like you to welcome with me Debora because she's a very special person. I got to know Debora last year as someone who just started her business as well and was starting to grow her business. A very spiritual thought leader in her field and healer who actually got into her business wanting to do just that, help people heal spiritually. And that is something that she brought into her business as a foundation to help other entrepreneurs build their business on top of spiritualism, self-healing, and discovery, and help them grow their business. So, Debora, welcome. And it's so great to have you with us.
It's wonderful to be here, Louise. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you. So, Debora, tell us about your journey to entrepreneurism. How did you become an entrepreneur? What was that like for you?
Right. It's a bit of a journey, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Long story, but I'll make it short.
Awesome.
So I was working as an events and marketing manager for about 10 years, really
Mm-hmm.
unhappy. I got to a point where I wasn't treated really well by my boss.
Mm.
And, I couldn't express myself. Obviously, when you do the marketing, you want to have this message. And I was like, no, that's not good. And so I had to incorporate and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So one day something happened. I wasn't treated well. And I wanted to go to my boss office and tell him off. When my friend stopped me and said, Debora, calm down. So stayed on my desk and I found an advert for coaching. So went on the introductory day, started to do coaching, started to really this journey that at the beginning, Louise, was about myself, healing myself, really changing myself because I had a difficult past as well, a lot of problems and things. So I started with coaching and then study healing as well, or different modality, really to form myself. And then I loved it. I loved what I was doing. I started to change. And I remember being so busy. I have 3 boys and a husband. Yeah. So there was a point where I was an events and marketing manager. I was doing seeing practice client in the evening. I was so busy studying here, doing the healing and all of that. And my kids were growing really away from me. They wanted daddy, they didn't want mommy, and I was crying and crying. And I remember when I truly started, I knew I wanted to have a business, but I didn't know when I would start. I was so scared, Louise, like everybody is out there to live their 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Until an accident happened to my little one, a very serious one. And I said, that's it. Spoke to my husband. And I remember not even finishing my diploma, giving a free treatment to a friend. And she said, come on, Debora, give me a treatment. Let me see. I said, I'm not qualified yet. Give her a free treatment. And the following day, she calls me and she said, Debora, I have 3 clients for you. I loved what you did.
Wow, amazing.
How much you charge? And I was like, I froze, Louise. And I was like, £20. So my first treatment were £20.
Awesome. It's a great start. I mean, wherever you start, it's perfect.
And I loved that. I loved starting with the £20.
Yeah.
It was just, but I did start, Louise. I left my job and just went for it. Totally went for it. And I never looked back.
Awesome, Debora. I'm sure you've also experienced the ups and downs ever since you started. So doubting yourself 1 minute and celebrating the next. What has that been like for you, and how has that changed from when you started to today?
Oh my God, Louise, so many ups and downs. Ups and downs about doubting yourself, about not seeing the money coming in, and obviously my husband, having to work more, or I was the breadwinner, and now not bringing the money in, wanting to give it up. Him telling me, you might want to find a job.
Oh, yeah.
And me like, no, really, really couldn't. And also the support, because when you don't produce at the beginning as much, people are not really believing in you. And he said, what are you doing? Like, as if I was a bad person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I had the downs as well, where some of my friends going away from me.
Oh, yeah.
Some friends say, I don't really like what you do. I don't feel comfortable with what you do. And so, losing some of the friends along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And many times, Louise, waking up and saying, I give up. Maybe I get a part-time job,
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. But I always kept going. I just said, I'm going to do this. I kept visualizing. I do a visualization every day. I meditate every day with my big vision. I write my goals every day, really connecting to that energy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what is different now.
Mm-hmm.
Before, when I had the low moment, I would stay in the low moment for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And really then kind of waking up again. But now, because of my experience, because of the energy, healing that I do, I apply everything on myself. When I have a low moment, for me, it's like really a click of the finger. It's just a little, I acknowledge it, but it's just a shift.
Wonderful.
That I make, and I say, come on, Debora, move on. So obviously I get more confident. I'm much more confident in myself, in what I do. And just keep going. Really, really keep going.
Awesome, Debora. So you've really become aware of your thoughts, of what you're thinking, of how that relates to your energy, of how that equals how blissful you feel and how confident you feel in your business as a woman. That's really, really great.
Yeah, thank you. And once you get that, there is no going back, Louise. There is no going back on getting to a job, and we become unemployable when we are.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, but it's not because we don't want, it's like they don't want us, we don't want them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of employment, Debora, how did you describe yourself to other people who asked you what you do when you started compared to now? Like, how did that shift for you?
Oh my God, that's changed, because as I told you, one thing I love about myself is that I've started, even though my message was not very clear. I didn't know what I was going to, what I was, people said, oh, what are you? And I was like, a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've learned along the way that you can't just say you're a coach, because it's so broad, and there was so much that I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I started, Louise, with doing, kind of life coaching, helping people to remove their limitation, healing themselves, healing their past. So I used to work a lot with people kind of depressed, anxious, with, a lot of limitations, a lot of, being in a victim mode, almost. And so I did, through the healing the chakra, removing any energy blockages. And I was focusing only on that at the beginning. So I called myself very simply like energy healer.
Okay.
Just for, let's say, normal people, not entrepreneur yet. And then, as I was mentioning, people were asking, my business was going well. People were asking me, how do you do it? And I found myself giving advice, looking at people's business and say, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? So it naturally shifted, Louise. It naturally shifted, and my ideal client shifted. And now I call myself a spiritual business coach and mentor for no excuses female entrepreneur, that wants to grow themselves first. So that's still keeping that work that I do about energy and growing their business. And that's where my marketing skills and the strategies comes in. Awesome. So it's a total makeover completely. So there's been a big shift, but that's what entrepreneurial journey is about, Louise.
Of course.
It's about really finding, your path, but you can't wait to be right to start. You just go with what you have.
Definitely, Debora. I mean, it's just up and go in any part of being an entrepreneur. Like in the beginning, you get inspired to do something, want to be something different. You want your message to go out to the world. And even if you're not exactly sure what that looks like for you yet, that's something you learn along the way, because it changes for every entrepreneur. It changes so often during our journey, how we see ourselves, what we want to do, what our mission is. It changes and it shifts, and there's this fluid motion in there that just, our business is a living entity,
Oh, yeah.
And we bring our spirit into that, our energy into that. And as we change, our business changes. So it's always beautiful to see any entrepreneur's journey and how they've developed on that. It's always very lovely.
Yeah, that's so true. It's really true what you said. And it's wonderful how it is.
Definitely. You mentioned just earlier that your rituals have changed, your daily rituals. As you invest more in your energy, your rituals have changed and you gain more energy from those rituals. Could you tell us a bit more about what you do throughout the day? Like, do you have a specific morning ritual, evening ritual? Like, what are some cornerstones, milestones throughout your day that you like to use?
Yeah, definitely. I walk my talk. 100%.
Awesome.
You know, whatever I teach my client, I am the living proof of what I do. And I know there's
Awesome.
a lot of coaches out there that, you know, coaches and say, do this, but they don't do it themselves.
Yeah.
So my routine starts really waking up in the morning and having 3 minutes meditation, just because my kids wake up quite early. Closing my eyes, set the intention for the day, being grateful, just very, very simple. And always, I don't know why, putting my right foot first.
Oh, yeah.
And as I grow up, I got this from one of my coach saying, today I expect miracles, you know, that she did that. So I got that from her. And then I take my kids to school. And then when I come back, I write my gratitude diary, Louise. And I've been doing this for over 1 year, every single day.
Awesome.
I have not missed one day. I write 10 things I'm grateful for. And after that, I write all my goals. So my vision, dream day, or, you know, where as if everything I want is already there.
Awesome.
And then the other things, I pick 3 angel cards.
Okay.
For my guidance. So I pick an angel card, a goddess card, and a ascended master card. I read them and I close my eyes and really get the message. And then I see, it's not the tarot. I don't do tarots. It's a guidance, a daily guidance, you know, that I receive. And then meditate. I don't meditate just in the morning, but throughout the day, I just close my eyes maybe for 2-3 minutes to just recenter. And before I go to bed, Louise, what I do, again, close my eyes, meditate, and write down my successes of the day.
Awesome.
And again, thank you for the day. And, you know, yeah.
So you're very focused on your day and what happens during the day. Yeah. You express gratitude towards that. And you also express gratitude and excitement for the things to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
I mean, can you hear the noise, Louise? Shall I close the window?
No, there's a very slight noise, but I think it's going to be fine. I mean, there's noise here as well, so I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, let me just, I think that's better. There is somebody cutting the grass behind.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Debora, taking these gratitude exercises and into account, like, how has that changed what you've been grateful for in the past to now? What did you use to express gratitude towards when you started your business, and what are you grateful for now? How has that changed?
It has changed because at the beginning, I used to, you know, like when you start, I was like, oh, I'm grateful for my life, for my breath, for, you know, like, I don't know, for my bed and things like that. And it was kind of a general and basic gratitude. But then I started to expand, and I started really, that's why I do the success diary in the evening, because I started to expand and to really be grateful for any person that joined my group, any client that I have, any progress that I make into my business, any personal development. Like now I'm grateful for my strength, I'm grateful for my resilience. So my gratitude is really expanding. You know, I'm grateful for that person on the bus. It's like my receptive gratitude, like the receptive of my gratitude has expanded, and I can see gratitude even further than when I started.
Beautiful.
You know, even a lot of my clients are like, oh, you know, I'm grateful for my water, for my phone. But now it goes beyond that. And that's when, you know, I think more things really comes to you, because you want knowledge, you know, things that we give for granted, Louise, you know.
For sure, yes.
Yeah.
And I also believe, Deborah, that as we expand as entrepreneurs, we become clearer in our mission and we see ourselves projecting into the world. And we're not just grateful for what we have, but what we see others having and what possibilities lie beyond the box we find ourselves in.
Yeah,
So that awareness just grows, and as you said, you're just, it's shifted into a much bigger gratitude, not just the simple things, which of course we should always be grateful for and never take for granted. Um, but the scope of that just changes as you grow and your business grows, because you experience things differently and you relate to them differently as how to they benefit you and how you can actually invest in things and people for both of you to benefit. And even if there's nothing coming back, just by giving out and having that awareness and that focus and gratitude for everything, that just gives you so much to build on, so much new energy.
Yeah, totally. Really, really
Wonderful.
totally.
Okay, Deborah. I would just like to ask you one more question based on your entrepreneurialism. How has that changed you as a human being? Like, where do you find most of your bliss today and as an entrepreneur in your business? And just tell me a little bit how you see yourself now. How do you see yourself growing?
You know, I always say, Louise, that no matter if you are a spiritual person or not, having a business is a spiritual journey. It's a journey that, oh my God, I'm so grateful to be in. I'm so grateful to have started, because, you know, you go to a 9 to 5 and that's it. You know, you close and you do what you've been told. But when you have your own business, it's about facing your fears every day. It's about daring. It's you and you, nobody else.
Yeah.
So having a business truly 100% grows you in any shape or form, and it makes you stretch and do things that you may not like it, because nobody's doing them for you. And that's how I grew. I mean, I'm not the same person that when I started 1.5 years ago. I'm definitely more daring. I'm definitely less, you know, I'm more fearless.
Awesome.
You know, and I'm just more confident, definitely more determined, and believing in myself more. I mean, and all of this, it wouldn't have happened if I didn't become an entrepreneur. And I'm sure it's growing, and it's growing even more. Yes. And that's what I see for myself, reaching more people, helping more people. And, you know, my vision, my impact, it's big. It's and that it's the journey that you go, because you get to that point where you kind of, you always want to move forward. In business, you never get there. You get stuck. You always want to walk.
Yes.
You know, like you get to that milestone, and then what's the next? What's the next? Because it's a growing journey.
Awesome. Beautiful, Deborah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time today and for expressing your energy with us and letting us take a look into your daily life, into your business, and sharing that with us. Let us know how we can reach you, how anyone who's watching this can get in touch with you and can learn more about what you do and who you are.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Louise, for, you know, I enjoyed it, really. I loved the question, and it was really beautiful.
You're welcome. Thank you.
When you post this, I will send my link, and you know, to my website. I do have a group as well, which is for women only. Just women with Dare to Desire, and you know, the title says it all. And my website at the moment, it's still on my old, it's Debora Luzi Coaching and Healing.com. And anybody wants to get in touch, I'll be more than happy, you know, to talk about my journey and how I can help you, you know. So that was awesome, Louise. I absolutely loved it.
Thank you so much, Deborah.
Yes, great.
We'll keep in touch, definitely, and just anyone who comments below, be sure, as you said, to post your link below, and so people can reach out to you. And of course, you're a member of the group Bliss by Design, so anyone in the group as well can get in touch with you there. Yeah. And we'll see you very soon.
Wonderful.
Thank you again.
Thank
Take
you.
care, Debora. Bye-bye.
Bye.